Hello TikTokers, I'm back up on the bench looking at this MN99S to upgrade it with a new chassis, new motor there. I've got a new servo for steering. I'm putting in a Flysky receiver, so I can use my Flysky NB4, which is that one, which is more of a hobby grade controller instead of the toy grade that comes with it. You've seen me talking about the weathering, which I've done, but I still haven't done this side or the back yet. I've received a net to put across the top there, across the roof rack, and a bag to start making it look like there's some gear on the roof. I've just put it there just so I can have a look, see what it looks like. But let's have a look what I've got. I'm just going to pop this back up on the shelf so it's out of the way, because I haven't got much room here at the moment. My desk is getting overrun with bits and bobs. I started last night with the axles and the diffs. I've attached these brackets which will eventually attach to the model underneath and on the chassis, so they're all ready to go. They've all got bearings in there, and they're metal and not plastic like the ones that are on the model at the moment, so that's going to be a big improvement. I opened them up and just have a look inside, because they do come pre-built, other than the brackets on the top there. I've put these brackets on ready, but I did open them up so I could have a look inside, see what's going on there. There was some grease on there, but I've added a little bit more grease. This one was a bit felt like it was catching a little bit, but I've kind of freed that up and it's got extra grease in there, although it sounds a little bit noisy. I'm sure it'll be okay. The front one I added a bit of grease, however this one seems to feel really smooth, so that's pretty good. And like I said, I've got the new servo for steering and the new motor, which I can fire up for you so you can have a look. It's a brushless motor. I built the gearbox for it and attached the brushless motor to the gearbox last night as well, but I've attached it to the receiver and to see if everything works. This is just a servo just for testing. It's an analog servo, whereas the other one is a digital one, but I had this spare so I could just use it to try. Now, all you guys out there, if you're into your electrics, you might be able to explain to me. The ESC says it's for a LiPo 2 to 3S, which I have got some LiPos, but they've got XT60 plugs on, or and the smaller ones are the XT30s, I think, smaller ones, which I could put on and use a LiPo. However, I did try the battery that come with the model, which is a 1200 milliamp is it Li-ion? Yeah, a Li-ion battery, and plugged it in. I wasn't sure if this was going to work or not. So you guys out there, that's probably one thing where I'll fall down a little bit, is on the electric side. Now this plug on the battery comes with 3 cables, where there's only 2 going into the ESC, the speed controller. Am I doing something I shouldn't be doing? Guys out there, can you drop in the comments, let me know what you think. But I think I will change it to a LiPo, which isn't a problem. Just need to take these plugs off and use the LiPo, which shouldn't be a problem. I can do that. But for the meantime, I'll show you it running. It seems to run fine on that batch, but I'm sure there's probably something I'm not understanding. Oh, I've just switched on. Let me just switch it back off and put the controller on first. If I bring that into shot there, from up here, just turn it on.
Welcome to Noble Plus.
Just press no on that. And when I switch on, it should connect because I've already bound the receiver. I will turn it on. There you go. And she's on. Let's try the steering receiver. Sorry, the steering servo, which is out. I don't know if you'll see it move because there's nothing on it. There you go, look. That's all working fine. And then this motor, you can get it to go really, really slow, which is going to be the big improvement for this, for it being a crawler. That's what you need, is that real slow speed. Whereas the DC motor, you really haven't got. Although it was quite slow, I've got to be honest. For the DC motor, it was quite slow and was okay. But this is going to give it a much improved control. So let's try it, shall we? I don't know how. I'll see if I can get it close, if you'll be able to see. In fact, could I maybe have stuck something on the end there so you could see it turning and how slow it was turning. So there you go. I've added a bit of masking tape to the shaft there, so when it turns you should be able to see it turn and how fast it's turning. So let's give it a go, shall we? Right, nice and slow. Can you see that turning? Or if I put it that way, you can see how slow that is. And obviously when you've got the drive shaft and the axles connected with the diffs, that's going to slow it down even more. But there you go, look at that. Look how slow you can get that to go. Now I can speed it up. That's full speed. Slow it right down. That's pretty good. That's going to make a big improvement. Right, this is going the other way now. This is going backwards. So what do you think about that? Oh, there you go. Right, let me just disconnect that again. Turn that off. Yeah, if you can drop in the comments what you think about the battery. If that's going to cause any issues or any problems, let me know in the comments. But what I've got to do now is build the rest of the chassis. However, this is quite difficult because it doesn't come with any instructions whatsoever. So I've got to look online, look at pictures, look at the chassis I've got and try and work all that out myself. So that makes it a little bit more difficult. As you can see, there's bits, bolts there, everywhere. So it's going to make it really difficult. But I'm sure I actually purchased those drive shafts, and it comes with drive shafts, so they'll go in my spare box. There's the shocks. I'm not quite sure what the shocks are like that come with it, but they seem okay. I don't think they're oil filled. They might be, I'm not sure. I need to have a look at those, but for the time being I will put those on. So let me know what you think in the comments below. I thought I'd do a little video of what I'm doing. Oh, one other thing is I've got for the front is a sticker. I'm either going to put Land Rover across the bonnet or Defender. I have got another one and I don't know where I've put it, which is slightly thinner than these, and it just says Defender, I think. It must be in one of the bags somewhere. But I brought the two decals so I could have a look. Because I kind of like these chrome looking ones, and they don't look, the letters don't look like they're connected together, so I went with these. So I've got to put that one of these on, if it's going to be this one or the other one I've got, and then I've got to decide if I'm going to just put Land Rover at the front or just Defender. I'll have a look at some pictures and see what other models look like, and then make a decision to do that. But don't forget, give us a follow, guys, and if you're on YouTube, give us a subscribe, give us a thumbs up, or give us a like on TikTok, and I'll catch you next time. But that's where I am at the moment with the MN99S toy grade going up to hobby grade. That's it. I couldn't get it in my head yesterday doing TikTok. I couldn't get hobby grade in my head. Anyway, there you go. See you soon, folks.